Good morning, everybody, or whatever time of day it is for you. Actually, I don't need to close that. Reed here at Orchestra Farm, coming to you today to talk about seed saving. Now, I'm going to be honest, let's get some disclaimers out in the front of this thing. There's going to be too much information in this. I am also not a medical professional. I'm not a doctor or a nurse. I am not saying that any of this is a cure or is anything outside of my own personal experience or from the conversations I've had with some others. We'll call it anecdotal, let's say. Seed saving. You might be wondering, what are you talking about, Reed? You must save seeds. I mean, look at all the different plants that are growing, right? Well, that's true. But today, I'm talking about, as being a man, saving my personal seed. My semen, not making kids, as it were. I just had my third and final child, a lovely son in my life now, which I'm super stoked on. And seed saving is definitely near the top of my brain because I don't want to have another kid. Now, I also should give props right at the beginning of this to Mantak Chia, who, if you don't know, is I'll say a sexual qigong master. And I'm going to preface the beginning of this by also saying, if you're not practicing some of the methods in his book to maintain your health and vitality as a man, I think you're missing out. But, we all make our own choices as to what living our healthy best life is about. So, for the sake of this conversation, let's just get started there. We're all going to make different life choices, and if you're not interested in some of these practices, you can take that as part of like your own health potential risk, and or just an acknowledgement that you're not overly concerned with how that goes. And to jump forward, let's put vasectomy on the table just as a starter. We'll come back to it later on. So, in my experience, and I didn't take it to the full extent, you might have heard like the vaginal weightlifters that are out there. It's for real, for sure, and super potent and awesome. And frankly, I'm not hearing enough about the men doing that same practice where they're using their cocks and balls to lift weights. And that's right. It is a practice. It is out there. Personally, I haven't ever done it because when I'm just tugging on my balls and on my cock, and not in like a sexual way, but in a health way, is you want to get full rotation and stretch on your cock and your balls. You want both together and singularly to be able to get pulled on. The number of times is as old as you are. And so, however that plays out for you, those are daily practices for health and vitality of your male body. So, with that, if you're not doing those practices, you should probably think about a vasectomy if you don't want to have kids. If you are doing those practices and you're going to take it to that next level of like the weightlifting part, because like the old school tale that I heard, and again, it's all hearsay, is that the old Taoist masters who were doing this could actually take a cup of wine, put the cock in it, and drink the cup of wine. That's right. That seems super hardcore to me. I am never going to do that. I'm also not really recommending you do that, but for the purposes of our conversation today, if you don't know about it, well, you should. At least be aware that those stories are out there, to whatever degree they're true or not. And the notion is like, yeah, if you can't do that, how are you supposed to hang on to your seed? For real. Now, a simpler practice is simply just when you're taking a piss, you stop taking a piss. Oops, almost fell into my little pond there. Trying to save these walnut trees. Anyway. And so, like, if you can't do that, you are not holding on to your seed. Those are some simple practices that I have known. Now, on the vasectomy front, because you're thinking to yourself, oh, geez, I'm not going to take that time and energy. I get it. We got a lot of stuff going on in the world. From the men I've talked to who have gotten them already, they report feeling just fine, having a healthy sex life, And most of these men are pretty energetically aligned because they're even willing to have the conversation at the get-go. Most men who don't want to talk about it are probably not going to do any of the things I just spoke of. And so everyone reports feeling fine, still being able to do their microcosmic circuit in themselves. If you don't know, look it up. Again, Mantak Chia, check them out. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to have another kid. You know, abortions are not fun. They are great in the realm of not having kids. I've got 3 kids right now. I would have double that if I didn't have abortions in my life. Not something I'm proud of, but something I'm grateful that the option was there. To all you people who think it's a bad thing, I think you should just get over yourself. We already have 9 billion people or whatever it is on the planet. Like, don't get me wrong. I think we could support more people if we had a healthy lifestyle as a society. I don't think we do. I think we're idiots, societally speaking, and are making a lot of bad choices out there collectively. However, knowing that abortions are hard, whether you're a man or a woman, like, they do take a toll on us emotionally, spiritually, even physically as men, and certainly mentally as well. To which I'm going to be signing up for a vasectomy. I want to just have that clear so that I can have all the healthy sex that my partner and I agree upon. And that sounds great. So if you're out there and you're struggling with this decision, I hope this video has helped you. If you're a young guy and you're trying to really hold that power of your potency in, I hope that those couple exercises I shared will help you on your journey. Check out Mantak Chia. Check out Sexual Qigong. Get clued in as to the next levels of health and vitality that you can experience in your own self. If you don't know what multiple orgasms are for a man where you're not ejaculating, you should check that out too, because it's super amazing. The times that it's worked for me, they're off the chart in terms of my ridiculous joy of sexuality. And yes, if you're not having joy in your sexuality, those practices are good to check out too. There's a book all about women and their bodies by Mantak Chia as well. You should check those out. There's all kinds of other books out there on orgasm stuff. This video is not about that. This one's about saving your seed and making sure you're not popping out babies into the world. So with that, stay safe out there, everybody. Have too much fun. Take good care of yourselves. All the best. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for liking and subscribing. See you soon.